drama today in the trial of several gang members accused of brutally murdering 15-year-old Junior Guzman last June. The state's key witness, an alleged gang member involved in the crime who flipped, is now testifying against his fellow gang members. Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim live at the courthouse in the Bronx with more for us. Stefan?
Well, Diana, this is week 3 of the Junior Guzman murder trial, and today when the prosecution called its star witness to the stand, there were audible gasps in the courtroom. Kevin Alvarez, one of the alleged gang members, flipped on his co-defendants. Kevin Alvarez, who has already pled guilty to murder charges for the violent murder of 15-year-old Lesandro Guzman-Feliz Jr., cooperating with the prosecution. In front of a packed courtroom today, a nervous Alvarez identified the 5 defendants standing trial as gang members who brutally stabbed Junior last June in the Bronx. Alvarez says he drove one of the 4 vehicles used to chase Junior. Alvarez says Junior first tried to run into St. Barnabas Hospital for safety, but he blocked his path, tried to grab him, and that's when Junior ran to the bodega a block away. Alvarez says Junior looked surprised and scared, and when gang members surrounded him, he ran. The gang members thought Junior was involved in a rival gang shooting. Alvarez then sobbing on the stand.
I think he's terrified. He sounds extremely scared, and hopefully they all get what they deserve.
Alvarez then says he was the one who pushed through the door where Junior was hiding behind the bodega counter and punched and kicked Junior repeatedly in the face and body. Junior then fell to the floor, and that's when Alvarez says he, along with another alleged gang member, kept kicking him and dragging him outside while Junior yelled over and over, "Stop, I didn't have nothing to do with it." Both Alvarez and Junior's mom in court sobbing as the prosecution then played footage from inside the bodega. Christopher Carrion, a legal analyst who's been observing the proceedings, says Alvarez's emotional testimony will help the prosecution.
It does help. It makes that witness look like a human. He's not a robot who was extensively prepared for this. And when he characterized some of what he observed, like Junior being in fear, he got scared and ran away, that really brings things home.
Now, as this testimony went on, Alvarez wouldn't even look in the direction of his co-defendants. Meanwhile, that little bit of high drama you mentioned, defendant Jose Muniz became aggressive, yelling in Spanish that he wasn't getting a fair trial. He had to be restrained by court officers, then removed. And then a second defendant, Jonica Estrella, wanted to leave, but his attorneys convinced him to stay. Alvarez will be cross-examined tomorrow.